So mercurial, isn't he? Now, that's a report, by the way, on how many spam bots represent Twitter accounts. That has been around. That report has been around for several years now. And people are thinking, on Wall Street at least, that this might be a renegotiating tactic, especially as the calculus has changed, with Tesla stock down some 40% from record peaks. And oh, by the way, now these social media companies like Twitter is being discounted at 25% cheaper than his offer price, and when he actually offered to take the company private. So there's probably been a rethink in terms of how much Twitter is worth. He's still committed to the deal, but it depends on price. $54.20 looks a lot more expensive right now. Is it at $40? And will there be a second bidder that comes in who says maybe Twitter at $40 and cheaper might represent value for other people? But I'll tell you this, when he says he's committed to the deal, as you said, there are other backers involved here. And with these type of town squares, these social media companies, Neil, once the tide goes out and there's other places to go and people have lost legitimacy in these town squares, they go elsewhere. So I think there's that risk as well.
Now, if he broke this up for any reason, he'd have to pay $1 billion, right? I mean, that's like changing the couch cushions to him, but he'd have to pay $1 billion, right? How likely is that, though?
So he's using this report. By the way, you can get out of that breakup fee if you show cause. And I think he's probably using the spam bots report saying, well, are their numbers that they presented to us justified? Are they legitimate? If not, we have cause to walk away from this deal. And we don't have to pay up that breakup fee as well. But if you think about it, I also did the analysis with some people on Wall Street, and they're saying $1 billion in a breakup fee, he can afford that. And especially it looks cheap if you can get Twitter for $10 billion cheaper.
Real quickly, for Tesla, a lot of Tesla shareholders were nervous that he might get his eye off the ball here, and that was the currency, certainly the collateral he was going to use to buy this.
Yeah.
The stock was moving up the last couple of days on the notion that maybe this isn't such a sure thing. That would be a relief if you're a Tesla shareholder, less so if you're a Twitter one.
Well,
right?
Yeah, so, Elon Musk already heads up two big companies, by the way, $100 billion worth in SpaceX, launching rockets into space, and Tesla, which was worth $1 trillion and up until recently. But, he's pledging $20 billion of his own shares. So he's pledging roughly around 10% of his own private wealth and worth to buy Twitter. But again, as I said to you, with the stock collapse that we've seen, the whole calculus has changed. And whether or not, he wants to put up that kind of money in these type of uncertain times. But there is an Elon Musk premium. Remember when Steve Jobs left Apple and he started this really clunky education computer program or computer company called Next? People didn't actually believe the product, but they invested in Steve Jobs. So I think with Elon Musk, he kind of holds that sort of cachet.
The personality, the personality matters. He's got a big one. Thank you, Susan Lee, very much for that. We're back to the border.